I told you Gurevich wasn't a killer, and there will be more victims.
Maybe it's his accomplice.
No sign of Chernyshenko. That's odd. Such an event for his channel.
Hi. So here's the situation. I got an anonymous call.
Hi, Ruslan. I need you. We got a new body. No, there's a difference. Abrasions on the face. And the body wasn't stowed in the boat. It was thrown, and the lilies are scattered haphazardly.
You think someone's mimicking the style of the previous murders?
Could be. Or the serial killer didn't get it right. He was in a hurry, nervous. Or the victim showed resistance. Or someone spooked him. Who found the body?
We don't know. There was an anonymous call to the desk clerk, male voice.
Don't you have a record of the numbers the calls came from?
Yes, I do. The call came from her number. Excuse me.
Did you find a phone near the body?
Yes, but not in the boat. Here on the beach.
Thank you.
You heard right.
Hi.
Hi.
You know, I wanted to go to the lake yesterday. I had a feeling something was gonna happen. If it wasn't for that anonymous letter, I might have prevented a murder.
That's why they sent it to you. Everyone knows we're friends. That's why they decided to lure us away from the murder scene.
What are you gonna do next?
I'm gonna take the letter to Cowell. If I'm right, it's evidence.
He'll send you away.
Fine. Where are you going? To shoot another story.
Sure, if I miss this, my followers won't forgive me. Do you know if Oksana's still there?
I don't know. Can't wait to see her.
On the contrary, I don't want to see her. Allow me.
Sure.
Don't lock it. Was she killed tonight? Who would do that? Did you have accomplices? Or did you kill alone?
Alone.
Could anyone have seen you at the scene?
Yeah. Looks like the killer did some serious digging. No messenger. All deleted.
Yes. Can we trace the calls?
You got it. But if it's our killer, it won't do any good. He's very careful. I'll go to the cave and talk to her husband and her staff. You keep an eye on them. Antonina, hello? Can you tell me, what are you doing? The owner was killed, and you're stealing food. I'm not stealing. Sergei Vasilievich asked me to bring it to the house for the wake. Then I beg your pardon. Can I help you? How far do they live? Yes, far away. It's about 40 minutes on foot. I'll do it myself. Come on, I have a car. I'll tell Sergei Vasilievich that you can't bully your employees like that. Let's do it. Don't. He didn't ask for anything. I made up my own mind. He and Irina had a fight yesterday, and I thought the groceries would go to waste. A fight? Yeah. He had to do something. She wouldn't let him in. He freaked out and left. Where to?
Your experts are no better than our local investigators. Yes, tell me.
Thank you.
Couldn't you send someone more qualified? I see. Okay. Goodbye.
Is it true? It's a disaster. If Maxim's negotiations with Grabovsky break down now, I don't know where we'll get the money for construction.
Are you saying today or tomorrow he has to make a deal? If he doesn't find out about the new murder. Let's do it this way. I'll do whatever it takes to keep new information out of our press. And you try to expedite the negotiations.
I'll make a deal, but what do we do with Peter Chernishenko and his channel?
You're absolutely right. Just a second. Luba, get me Peter Chernishenko's phone number. Yes. I don't care which one. Hurry up.
The body of the first victim was found in a deep lake, the second in a black lake, the third on a Pacific lake. The body of the fourth victim, Irina Ivashko, was found again on the deep lake. What do you think the drowned bride is trying to tell us with this alternation? And does it mean that the next victim will be on the black lake?
Hello, yes. 1 second. Petya, the mayor's calling you.
The mayor... Good afternoon, Mikhail Borisovich. Why such secrecy? Everyone already knows about it anyway.
Petya, I've told you 100 times, what you're doing is anti-advertising of the city. Do you have any patriotism?
Believe me, I have a lot more than you do. Unfortunately, the video's already been posted online. I gotta run. Have a good day.
Well, look at this. Here, right. I'll take care of it.
So what now?
Take him to his cell. Arkadio Volvic,
Yes?
what do you think?
You mean about Gurevich?
Yes.
He's definitely involved in something tense and scared. But he's not directly involved in the murders. He must have heard or seen something. Body's tense, but his facial expressions are sparse. It's like he's afraid to say anything. Yes, Dmitry Yurievich. Dmitry Yurievich. Hello. I have something to talk to you about.
Later, I'm busy.
It's important. I've been waiting for you for 2 hours.
I'm telling you I'm busy. Yes, Mikhail Borisovich. Okay, I'll take care of it. Arkadio Volvic,
Yes?
I'll come to you in an hour and we'll discuss everything in detail.
Dima.
You can't speak ill of the dead. She was always humiliating him in front of everyone. What kind of man could take it? Did they fight a lot? He put up with it for a long time. I guess he didn't want to fight in front of his son. But when he took Valera to his mom, it started. It's their apartment. Can I wait for you by the car? Okay.
Antonina, hello, what are you doing here?
Good afternoon, Sergei Vashko.
Yes, what's up?
Tell me, where were you tonight?
Why?
Answer the question.
I have the right to know what's going on, and without a lawyer, I may not answer at all.
Your wife was murdered.
Come here or you'll regret it. Why didn't you bring it yesterday?
You were at a birthday party.
Couldn't you have called?
What would I have said? It looks like a prank.
Yes. Okay. Your vacation's over. You're going back to work immediately.
Under Bila's supervision?
No, my own, since you're Irina's ex-husband. And we have to find the killer first. Yes. Get in. Let's go.
What did you swallow?
I didn't swallow anything.
Get out of the car. Did you swallow the other SIM card?
No, I only have one.
Can I go home now?
Go ahead. We'll take it from here with the patrolman. If you do anything else, you'll spend the night in a cell, okay?
Good afternoon. I'm here to see you.
Hello, Dmitry Yuryevic. Hello, Vitalik.
Hello.
Is Peter home?
At home. What happened?
Nothing, just routine investigative work. Hello, hello. Is this about the letter? Not only that, we're temporarily seizing this. You have no right. You can complain. I will complain.
Patia. Why did you bring me here?
It's standard procedure for relatives to identify victims. Look at the victim. Do you recognize the wife?
Yeah, that's her.
Why did you kill her, Sergei Vasilievich?
I didn't kill her.
Oksana Ivanovna. Do you have a new suspect?
She wants to arrest half the city.
Ivashko had a falling out with the victim last night, and he has no alibi. He also swallowed one of his cell phone's SIM cards when we brought him in.
Did you kill her, you bastard? Me? Maybe you did. You threatened her that she'd be next.
You threatened her?
I didn't threaten her, I warned her. I meant that this psycho could kill anyone. Don't lie. You can't accept that she's not yours anymore. You've been hanging around her all the time.
Calm down. Come to my office. Come in. You wait in the hallway. Take the folder. Sit down. Do you realize you've set up the whole police force?
I was just interviewing her as a witness, and we haven't had a personal relationship in years.
Who's gonna believe you now? Especially since neither you nor your boyfriend have an alibi for that night.
What do you mean, no alibi?
You told me yourself you were at Black Lake half the night apart, which means either you or him could have easily gone to the Deep Lake to kill Irina and come back, or the two of them could have even gone together.
All my movements are recorded. Watch this right here. Then I went to check out the tourist lodge. Then I went down to the spring. I came back, I tried to walk slowly and keep quiet.
Let's say you didn't leave Black Lake. And what about Petter?
Turn the camera on. Please introduce yourself. Am I speaking softly? Should I ask louder?
I have nothing to say. Interrogate Shevchuk. I'm not involved.
We'll decide who to question. Surname, first name, patronymic.
Seryoji Vasilevich Ivashko.
I don't like being followed, so I turned off geolocation. Is that a crime? Why don't you go sit in the vestibule and I'll deal with you later?
You're making it worse for yourself. If you didn't kill anyone, you better cooperate. I didn't kill anybody. What did you fight about last night? It was nothing. What about it? I wasn't feeling well and wanted to close the restaurant early, and Ira wanted to work till the last customer as usual.
You had a health problem and had to go to the hospital.
No, I just had a headache.
Let's pretend you're suspended. And you ask Petter to investigate the case together. If it's him, you squeeze the truth out of him.
I won't do that.
Why not? He trusts you.
That's why I won't. I trust him too.
Shevchuk, you fucked up big time, and now you're showing off.
Where did you go after the fight with your wife?
I drove around town.
All night and all night.
Imagine that.
We'll check your story. It's not a big town. If you've been driving around for a few hours, it's easy to verify. I'm sure there'll be witnesses. You spent the night with your mistress.
I don't have a mistress. I loved Ira and I never cheated on her. I never laid a finger on her. Ask anyone.
You've never thrown cakes before. And you've always been considered an easygoing man. But these last few days, it's like you've been replaced. What happened to you?
Nothing.
You don't seem to realize the position you're in. One victim is your fiancé, the other is a friend of your wife's. And finally your wife. There's too many facts against you.
I don't say anything without a lawyer. So fire me.
Can I take the laptop? Have a seat, we'll talk. I'll stand. You found Snezona. Knew where Boris was hiding. No idea where you were the night Irina was killed. Is that a coincidence? Yeah, it happens. Can I take the laptop? No. It happens.
I'm gonna go search his apartment. If we don't find anything, we'll have to let him go.
Where's their son?
The waitress said he took him to his mother's for the vacations.
Yes. Just before the first murder. We should go and check it out, see what we can find out.
It's 300 kilometers from here. I'll call Pavel Sarjevic. I'll tell him to send someone good over there. There's no time to waste.
Suit yourself. By the way, Oksana, you said that someone other than the waitress saw the fight between Irina and Sergei. Who?
Kostritskaya's housekeeper, Svetlana Konovalova, came into the restaurant for that cake.
Oh, I see. I'll check on her while you search the apartment.
I'm asking you to wait a week, 2 weeks at the most. Just a minute.
Anna.
Hello?
Hello? I have good news. All of Peter Chernyshenko's videos have been removed from the internet. Aren't you glad?
I'm glad. There's just something going on with the contractor. I don't know what to do anymore.
What is it?
They're waiting for payroll, and I can't pay them now. He said if I don't pay the construction workers, they'll leave for another project and the construction will be stuck.
Don't worry, the problem's fixable. Just a second, Anya. I'll give you the money. I don't want to hear anything. Let it be our first contribution to our common cause.
I'm uncomfortable. What if the investigation drags on and Grabovsky refuses to invest, and I won't be able to pay you back?
Don't worry, it won't take long. The mayoral campaign starts in a week. Dmitry Lvovic promised me that the killer will testify and the case will be closed.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Vyacheslav Mikhailovich.
Suryaza was on the phone outside the restaurant. I was on my way to get a cake. They had such a fight, and when I went into the restaurant, Sergei threw salad greens right into the cake.
What time was that?
I left the house around 3 p.m., maybe half 4. I walked 15 minutes from the square. I can't tell you exactly.
Svetlana Mikhailovna, you've helped a lot already.
Anna, come back.
Good afternoon.
Anya, this is the assistant investigator. He asked about Ira.
Arkady Shulman,
Anna Kostritskaya, nice to meet you.
nice to meet you.
Why didn't you offer tea, Svetlana Mikhailovna?
I couldn't make up my mind without you.
How about some tea? We have excellent Japanese tea.
It's a deal. Tea is my weakness.
That's my guess.
Greetings, dear subscribers. As you have already noticed, all the videos about Chernyshenko have disappeared from my channel, and you probably thought it was a mystery. But mysticism has nothing to do with it. Just our kind police chief seized my laptop and deleted all the videos. The thing is, a fourth victim was found in the lake today, and the police announced the arrest of the killer yesterday. And now they're desperate to cover up their failure to classify information about the new victim and the tension to put an innocent man in jail. But the public has a right to know that a killer is on the loose and still killing, that there is panic in the city and city officials continue to stand idly by.
Well, you're responsible for this panic.
I did? Mom, I promise you, I'm gonna fix this. No more mysticism, just the truth.
And who's gonna know the truth? Your 15,000 followers.
That's right. We'll use heavy artillery.
They say Sergei stole her from her first husband.
And they have a child, right?
A son.
Poor boy. I can't imagine how he'll live after this.
Do you have children?
We're planning to have children with Maxim, but the construction takes up a lot of time and energy.
I understand. Do you regret moving here from the capital?
No. We really like it here. Clean air and lakes. We want our children to grow up in an environmentally friendly environment.
I see, but Olga Tkacheva believes that your complex will harm the environment.
That local witch.
She's just crazy.
How can our complex do any harm? We even conducted an environmental assessment.
The tea is delicious.
I'm glad you like it.
No traces of injection. They simply knocked her unconscious with a blow to the head and drowned her.
So it was an imitation after all?
Have a seat.
Thank you.
Seems like it. Wait. But the cuts on the lily stems are very precise, just like the previous times. I can assume that it's the same killer. Something just got to him. The police claim they found the killer. I don't understand why he would expose himself again and kill someone. Maybe he's just offended that all the fame went to some junkie instead of him. So he killed again to prove that the police were wrong.
Do you think he's obsessed with power and control like the other one?
Not necessarily. It could be some loser seeking to punish women for his own failures. For example, Sergei Ivashko.
Do you think his wife suspected something and decided to punish him? By the way, I found this in his nightstand.
Sleeping pills and tranquilizers, that's what got him.
Apparently, it's very recent. The packages are almost full. We should somehow check his SIM card.
I'm not sure if that will help. Svetlana Konovalova said that before the argument with Irina. He made a call to someone. It was around 3:15, give or take half an hour.
Maybe we can request the mobile operators for a list of calls from that number during that time frame.
Galia, what do we have for breakfast?
I'm sorry, I got carried away. I wanted to check the news. They promised to tell us about our Chernozersk, and they still haven't started. And now we have a live broadcast from Chernozersk. Peter, we're on air. Can you hear me?
He made it to the national television.
Tell us what's happening in Chernozersk right now.
Women are being found dead in boats on the lakes. Yesterday, the fourth victim was discovered. People are so scared that they're afraid to leave their own homes. I'm currently in the central square. It's usually very crowded here, but as you can see, there's absolutely no one here right now.
Tell me, are the police or city authorities taking any measures?
None at all. The population is not being informed about the progress of the investigation. Journalists who try to find out anything are being silenced. Instead of searching for the real killer, the investigation is focusing on finding scapegoats. Unfortunately, the police and city authorities are spreading false information, and women continue to die.
Hold on, breakfast will be ready soon.
He's completely lost his conscience.
Calm down in his own way. He's right. No one is working with the population, and that's a serious communication failure.
What does that have to do with it? You know perfectly well that I'm not allowed to tell the local residents about the progress of the investigation, especially to journalists like him.
Oksana,
Is the police spreading false information?
I didn't mean you.
And where do you think I work?
And do you know what the police chief Dmitry Koval did?
I don't care about your arguments. You understand that your actions have devalued the work of dozens of people.
What work? Picking up people from the streets and framing them under charges, is that what? You're all the same. I looked into your backgrounds. A year ago, you apprehended a serial killer businessman, and somehow the case fell apart in court.
It fell apart because he bribed the judges.
Oh yeah? Or maybe it's because you didn't have time to tamper with the evidence.
What are you doing?
Don't forget to record a video of how a police officer attacked you.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry, you're a cop. You don't have the right to have such breakdowns.
Did you see how he deliberately provoked me?
Yes, but it's not about this journalist. It's about the fact that you've forgotten how to communicate with people properly. To you, they're either criminals or witnesses to a crime.
You're mistaken. There are still victims.
Misha, you wanted these videos to disappear. They've disappeared.
Not like this. I thought you would somehow negotiate with him. Why are you pouring me a drink? I'm not allowed.
Negotiate with Chernyshenko? Don't make me laugh.
You find it funny? I don't. You know why? Because I've already invested money in this clinic. If our investor finds out that Chernyshenko has spread rumors on the news,
He already knows.
well,
Maxim said that if we don't resolve the problem urgently, we can forget about Grabovsky's money. What should we do?
I can detain him as another suspect.
And everyone will think that you're seeking revenge on him, and the scandal will only worsen.
that's true. What should we do then?
Communicate with people. Journalists from the capital are coming here. We need to talk to them. Explain the situation. That Peter Chernyshenko distorts the facts. He's fueling hysteria, but in reality, everything is fine. Talk about the progress of the investigation, that there is a real suspect and evidence against her. Do we have evidence?
We do.
Andrew,
Yes?
call these numbers and the others.
Oksana, we have a briefing with journalists in 15 minutes. You need to talk to them and tell them about all the evidence we have on Ivashko.
We don't have the facts.
We'll give what we have. It's all about the pitch. You have to prove that Chernyshenko is lying.
I'm not Chernyshenko. I won't lie even in good faith.
Hello, I'm sorry. Who am I speaking to?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Regional Diagnostic Medical Center. Do you want to take tests or get the results?
To take a test. Could I have your address, please?
Right now, we have 2 suspects and we have probable cause to believe they drowned women.
What kind of probable cause?
They both knew the victims well and killed them for personal reasons. So there's no question of a maniac.
And Peter Chernyshenko claims that innocent people have been arrested and the real killer is at large.
Chernyshenko is willing to do whatever it takes to get his name out there.
How can you comment on his statement that the first suspect, Boris Gurevich, is an unemployed drug addict and confessions were simply beaten out of him?
That slander, Chernyshenko will have to answer for it in court. Any other questions?
Do you have any?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, but we operate under strict confidentiality. We can't even show our test results to the police.
We're talking about serial killings. A maniac is killing girls. I need your help.
What do you want to know?
Did Sergei Vashko contact you?
Let me see. He's not in the database, but a lot of clients take tests anonymously.
Did this man come to your clinic? What kind of tests did he take?
A paternity test.
What was the result?
I don't know.
Lady.
I really don't know. When the results are sent to us, they're assigned a registration number. The lab technicians work with those samples. They don't know whose samples they're working with, and I don't know the results. The client receives them in a sealed envelope.
How's Boria? Will he not start talking?
Absolutely not.
I'll be in touch.
Bye.
Edik.
What?
Say, I need to teach Peter Chernyshenko a lesson. You got guys who can do that.
Depends on how you do it.
We found out where you went after the fight with your wife, Sergei Vasilievich. You had to pick up the DNA results.
What results? What are you talking about?
Paternity. There's no point in denying it. The nurse recognized you. Valor is not your son, right?
What do you mean?
If the results confirmed your paternity, there'd be no point in hiding your trip since you got the results. You realize the boy could be taken away from you and you love him very much.
Very much.
Why did you decide to do the test now? Did you catch her with her lover?
Good morning, Syriza. How are you? Why weren't you at the party?
Hi, I took Valera to my mom's. I just got back.
So you missed the whole thing.
What did I miss?
I've been wondering why Valera doesn't look anything like you. And now it's clear.
What are you implying?
I'm not hinting. I'm saying it straight out. Ira is cheating on you.
Varia, how many times can you get angry? It's been years.
Angry, if only with whom. Take a paternity test and you'll see I'm not lying.
Иди куда шла, Варя.
What holiday did she mean?
Ivan Kupala. I'm not a fan of such events. Valera wanted to go to his grandmother's.
So you didn't believe Varvara.
She was very upset with me when I married Ira. It's clear she was looking for an opportunity to hurt me.
How did she convince you then?
She didn't. She was dead.
You suspected Irina of murder?
I didn't know what to think. But she wouldn't have killed Varia. But if her lover was Shevchuk, he might.
So you decided to do the test.
I hoped until the last moment that it would show that I was the father.
After you got the test result, where did you go?
I don't remember. It was all a blur. I got out, went to a bar, I had a drink, then I wandered around town, and when they told me Ira had been killed, I knew I was finished. If I told the truth, they'd take my son away and pin the murder on me out of jealousy.
Stop trying to get away with it. Ivashko writes a heartfelt confession. Otherwise, the whole town will know that Ira gave birth to a son by whom you don't know. And Valera will know what kind of mom he has.
Dmitry Yuryevic.
How many times can we be nice to him? It's clear that he killed his wife, and Volvo so she wouldn't talk so much, and Ludmila, because she knew about the lover uncovered for Ira in Snezona, must have known about it. Yeah, right. You have an hour for everything.
I think Ivashko is innocent.
Oksana Ivanovna, Ivashko has a 100% motive and no alibi.
Nevertheless, I think we should get the police from the region to see if they saw him there the night of the murder.
Oksana Ivanovna, I envy you.
What do you mean?
It seems to me you have a huge salary if you deliberately delay the process.
I just want to get to the truth. We need to verify Shevchuk's involvement in the murder. I realize he's your subordinate, but still, Shevchuk definitely didn't kill Irina. Excuse me. Yes, Pavel Sergeyevich.
Greetings, how's it going?
Not so far.
You asked me to run a background check on a local witch.
So,
It's done.
What if I showed up at your door like that?
so you're luring them to the lakes?
You're looking in the wrong place. I'm the one who went out to cut the mint.
Very convincing. You're an obstetrician gynecologist. You killed a woman in labor and now you've been hiding here under a false name for years. Where did you get the ketamine you injected into the victim?
I'm saying you're looking in the wrong place. I didn't kill anyone. And the woman in labor was an accident. She shouldn't have given birth. She should have had a C-section. I wasn't her doctor. She was brought in by ambulance. There was nothing I could do.
Tell that to the police. Drop the knife and get out.
What's going on here?
There's a new development in the case, and I need to question her.
Sarge, come here. Take her to the interview room.
Let's go.
What do you suspect her of?
Olga had every opportunity to kill our victims. Olga has a medical degree. 2 of the 4 victims were injected with ketamine before drowning. I'm pretty sure it was Olga who called the police from Irina's cell phone to report the body, and she's at the lake every night.
Not every night.
Are you 2 lovers?
Yes, we are.
Someone dies in one of the cells.
Oh, wait, not now, wait.
I don't care. I warned you.
Open up quickly. Sergei Vasilievich. Sergei Vasilievich. Are you ill?
Maybe a heart attack.
Shit. I wonder how Olga knew Sergei was dying.
Claims she felt it.
I'm convinced that Koval personally gave Sergei the sleeping pills, and Olga knew about it and decided to interfere, maybe to avert suspicion or a guilty conscience, or to prove to us once again that she's a clairvoyant.
Yeah, that would be a great way out for Koval, a murderer caught, desperate enough to kill himself, and the case is closed. All right, let's go to dinner. Besides, even if Sergei wakes up tonight, you won't be allowed to question him. Let's go.
All right, I'll take you to the Sotnitsa.
Will you go swimming again, Oksana?
I won't be long.
Let's go. Oksana, are you going to drive there at night? Are you out of your mind?
Pavel Sergeyevich, I'm asking you very much. We're treading water, and the intervals between murders are getting shorter. The killer could attack again at any moment.
I'm convinced you'll get a permit.
Thank you. And this one too.
Are you sure?
I've been waiting for you, my girl.